For most people, doing things of an unimaginable nature is unimaginable. But the individual in tonight's programme has no moral compass. They don't even have a moral sat-nav. You're about to hear stories of extortion, manipulation, embezzlement, and bedazzlement. This is Crikey Crimes. Some of us are dog people, some of us are cat people, and some of us are regular old non-hybrid humans. Either way, animal is man's best friend. But what happens when that friendship becomes toxic? Sheffield, 2020. A small town of 900. One of its residents, Barney Tompkins, or to use his real name, Penisarwan Splot, is on the surface an ordinary boy, a university student on his way to becoming a successful watch repairman. But Barney had a different plan.
Yeah, I like Barney. He was a fun guy, like a mushroom. Other people liked him as well. He had his quirks. Yeah, he'd often talk about the mating rituals of rabbits, and he'd eat birdseed a lot, but yeah, that was Barney. Excuse me.
He was an okay guy. I mean, a bit weird in places. He had a tendency of showing us watches he made, and none of them really worked. Like, I tried one on, and I just could never tell the time. He did tell me to move the wheel thing, but I tried moving that, and it never seemed to I could never seem to correct the time of it. But he kept going saying this, and I don't know what he meant by doing this first, but I don't know, I'd rather just look at the time on my phone. Who wears watches nowadays?
Soon into his mechanics of time displacement studies, things began to change.
He would bring out a can of dog food while everyone else was just chilling and go, "Hey, dare me to eat this?" And I guess at first we thought it was kind of funny, a bit awkward, but it's just yeah, come on, eat it. But then he'd just bring out more dog food, some cat food. I didn't know this, but pig food is also in a can occasionally. Like a big ass can, but it was still in a can. And he'd be like, "Dare me to eat this pig food?" And it's just where did he get that?
Large kilogram bags of pedigree chum, hamster mix, cow ointment. It had a really, really adverse effect on the guy's mind. He was seeing things that weren't really there.
Barney's insatiable hunger knew no bounds. And then, things took a turn for the worsest.
I think things got really concerning for me when he started doing improv.
Barney had been leaving his house several times a week to perform improvised comedy with people that had peculiar names such as Letters, JJ, and Reese. A harmless bit of recreation. The only problem? None of them existed.
We thought he was having fun and just making friends, as you do. And that was until he invited us to one of his shows. We found him in an alleyway, performing party quirks, whatever that is, with a group of rats.
You are not supposed to be invited on. Now it's all clear. All right, mate, would you like to play a Rubik's Cube? Rubik's Cube? More like you're a pube.
At that point, I was out. I mean, I've been involved in some really, really, questionable things, but at that point I thought, I'm sorry, Barney, I'm gonna have to call it a day, my friend.
Improv is a powerful opiate. Taken in small doses, it can be exhilarating. But it can also send one into into a mental spiral. We call this, in the medical, psychological, sociological community, quick change.
He became a recluse, only going outside to buy more pet food, defecate, or play questions only with his rodent brethren.
After eating like certain cans of food, he would start acting like certain animals. Like after eating some good dog food, he would start like barking and woofing. We thought it was a joke at first, like, oh, I'm turning into an animal. But I noticed it was like depending on which animal food he ate, he would act like that animal. So with birds, he would start chirping. Cats, he would start being lazy and just knock things off the table.
Have you heard the expression, you are what you eat? Well, it would be more accurate to say, you are what eats what you eat.
We contacted Barney's fiancée, who only had this to say. How did you get this number? Eventually, the authorities took action. They did what they would do to any deranged, unpredictable animal. They had to put him down. When the police arrived at Barney's studio apartment, all they found was his clothes, a nest he made out of bicycle accessories, and an open window.
The pet food unlocked his animal instincts. The improv de-evolved his mind. All he could do was satisfy his immediate physical needs. And make lightning fast puns. Alright.
Where is Barney now? No one knows for sure.
Don't go swimming in the canals. I've seen a naked Barney live in the canals. He drinks the water of the canals.
I guess really the lesson we should all learn here is go to a people shop, not a pet shop.
He swims naked in the canal. He runs naked in the woods. Is there anywhere he won't go? Naked.
I guess you can teach an old dog new tricks. Until next time, remember not to let the cat out of the bag. And a bird in the hand is worth two in the slammer. Frogs.